when you dream, dream big.
Karen Walker. I thought I smelled gin and regret.
Leslie, I mean, you were just in London with Katy Perry. Now you're just a little old me in South Carolina.
But she looks like a blonde Katy Perry.
What brings you here? Tell us.
Well, you know, after Will and Grace, you get a little bit of, I hate to say fame, but you get, the only thing it's good for is a platform. And anything to do with HIV, AIDS, I'm there. You know? Someone asked, who's your stylist? The other I said, honey, I'm gay. Who's my stylist? I fell out of the womb and landed in my mother's high heels.
There is no such thing as a gay penguin.
Well.
Well, here we are on the way to the View. Do you have any advice? I'm so nervous.
Well, don't be nervous. All the women are really beautiful. They're wonderful. They each have a good point of view. You should be more fearful of driving around town in this hot pink limo.
They're going to think the Jersey Shore kids are in the back.
Karen Walker's sad and alone. If I weren't so compassionate, I'd be laughing like this.
Well, I'm a gay man who buried an entire phone directory in the 1980s. I mean, that's what we did. We just marked names out of our phone directory and went to memorial services. And so I'm very involved with anything to do. I've been in the trenches for years and years. I grew up in the Baptist church. I've been baptized 14 times.
14 times?
It never did take.
How big a sinner are you?
Well, it never did take. And when you have this dark secret, every time the preacher would say, "Come forward, lost sinner," I thought, "Oh, that's me." And I would go and we don't sprinkle, you know, we dunk.
Sure.
And my poor mother would say, "Son, you are already saved. Remain seated." You know, dodgeball.
Oh,
Smear the queer and hit me with that ball.
Right.
You don't know what I've been through. I mean, no.
But it gets better. Look at you now. Emmy Award winner, ladies and gents.
And there's been this rash of suicide among gay kids, which breaks my heart. I'm involved with this organization called the Trevor Project in Los Angeles, which is a suicidal hotline for gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender questioning kids. When they plugged in almost 10 years ago, they got 15,000 calls from these kids that were considering suicide, the majority of which came from the Bible Belt, which is sort of my story, which is what my comedy's about. It doesn't sound like a real funny, but I was, you know, it was really funny, and I learned at a very early age that's how you keep the bullies at bay, you know, if I can make them laugh.
So I'll see you both tomorrow afternoon. I'll be receiving from 5:30 till 6:30.
Boy, that's got to be a long hour for you.
And when you dream, dream big.
Please don't go.
Mark.
I've been thinking about you and me.
We have one chance to reach these people.
My name is Donald Strachey. What can I do for you?
Oh, you've already done enough.
I'm a detective.
He's not a sinner. It wasn't his decision.
Yeah, I think it was his decision. I would love, absolutely love for the pastor to point out for me when in my life I made that decision, because I have to tell you, it caused a lot of pain to my family. It caused a lot of pain to me. It's a very, very tough thing that I had to go through. I was sort of being outed at a national level. A magazine was printing photos of a guy that I was seeing who sold pictures of us kissing together to a tabloid for thousands of dollars. So it became obvious to me that pretty soon, like, not just my mom, dad, but my entire family and everybody else for that matter was going to know I was gay. So I was like, do I want them to find out by picking up a supermarket tabloid, or do I want to have this conversation? I'm Chad Allen. I'm from Los Angeles. And I'd been openly gay for a bunch of years. I was out to my family since I was 20 years old, give or take. My dad's a super conservative Catholic. Really had a tough time with me coming out. He couldn't look at me for a long time after I came out. It just wasn't what he expected. We never talked about it. And I decided to do AIDS Life Cycle on ALC 5, the 5th year, and I invited my mom and dad to come with me to the ride-in and closing ceremonies when we all, you know, ride our bikes in. And my dad was so affected by what he saw, so moved by this amazing group of committed individuals doing something to change the world. Like, he literally had tears in his eyes, and he said to me after it was over, can I help in some way? And I was like, yeah, there's so many things you could do. Wow. Like, he's a changed person. He's totally different than than the man I gave him credit for and the man he was.
When you dream, dream big.
And how old were you when you knew you were gay, both of you?
I was 11 years old. I'd say 12, around 12.
And did you tell each other?
No, we told each other when we were 17, because we grew up Southern Baptist, so we always the preacher, you're going to burn in hell, so we always, you know, we were scared to tell each other because that would be the worst if he, like, turned his back on me. But we told each other at 17, we told our parents at 25, and now we're 36. So.
Right. And your parents, what was their reaction?
Oh, God. Our mom was like both of you at one time, you know, like a 2-for-1, so that was the worst. But she's really, you know, she's strong in her faith, but you only get one mom, one dad, so you have to do what you have to do in everyone's situation.
We did this no hate campaign, and everybody, all these people have done it because everybody's trying to stand up against ignorance. And when I posted that picture on my Facebook, I had 14 people delete me that I grew up with and went to church with.
Look at this! Sneaky twin powers activate. Form of a force field. Making spectacular time. Jumping. Oh! Critical wipeout. Yeah. Time for Gary and Larry to celebrate victory.
You won $50,000. You guys better give it to me.
And my guess is that at this moment they are simultaneously experiencing the exact same emotion.
Congratulations. You are the $50,000 champion, and evidently fear is not a factor for you.
Gary and Larry, they won the money from Fear Factor, and I figured if they'll eat that. By the way, with their money, they bought their mom a car. I think that's really great.
I love her mom. And this is, we've already given her opinion. No, we've already given her opinion. I want to stop talking about her now. I really do, because this is not going to be an attack on my mom. I'm saying this is views of everybody that feel like my mom. That can be said, but it's not just my mom. It's hundreds and hundreds of millions of people that feel like this, and I feel like I've done nothing wrong. I didn't choose at 11 years old to say, oh, I like this or I like that, you know. I was not given a choice. I've known what I've felt since I was little, and I'm just sick of hearing that it's a choice. I'm living the one life that I was given. I don't believe that God put me on this earth to burn me in hell, and I'll say that to the day they put me in the ground.
It's hard, you know. We remember in church, you know, you're here and you think you're alone or you think you're the only one. So we would love to thank you, because for you being on television, being such a positive role model, that gave us hope. You know, she's gay, she's like me, and she, you know, she's living her dream. And we talked about you in the documentary because it had an impact on us.
Yeah, that your mom enjoyed my show, and then when I came out, she stopped watching.
That's true.
Ouch.
Because, you know, and our thing in the documentary is we say, you know, Rosie O'Donnell did so much for raising money for breast cancer, for getting children adopted. So she came out that she's gay. What did that change about her?
Yeah.
You know,
and did your mom answer that, or you didn't really get to have that conversation?
Our mom will, anything with the gay part of our life she doesn't want to know about. So we came out 11 years ago. We talked to our mom 3 times a day in Los Angeles, from Los Angeles to North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
We have a close relationship, but she can't, because of religion, wrap her head around. We've been with our partners over 5 years, and, you know, we just can't talk about it.
When you dream, dream big.
And I'll tell you, when these students are in school, what they're trying to do is survive. There's no learning going on at all. Because if you're in a classroom and you're being bullied, what I would be worried about, and what a lot of those students are worried about, is how am I going to get from point A, so let's say I'm in a math class, to go to my English class down the hall. How am I going to get there quick enough so somebody doesn't trip me in the hallway, says something to me, slams me in a locker, does something socially out loud in the hallway to demean me. And that's what's happening in our schools.
People in our world that are never going to be convinced. I mean, or be, you know, part of our party, if you want to say, or it sounds kind of tacky, but just part of the community. There's going to be people that like that. There's going to be people out there now that, for whatever their own issues are. But I think as far as hate goes, you know, the hater is on a journey because it's this senseless thing of power. You know, their whole thing is, I'm feeling great about myself because you don't. My self-esteem is really bad, and I'm going to have a sense of this power over you and over the community.
I think it's time that we go down a brand new road. I'm going to keep it short, but I want you all to remember, please do not let this die with a whimper. Keep this momentum going. The worst thing you can do is walk away today and do nothing. Be the voice of yourself, be the voice of your community, get out there, be strong, and know that our time has come and it's come now.
When you dream it might come true. When you dream, dream big.